All right, guys, welcome back to another special edition, special request. This is a request made by my friend Clay. Again, I was in Clay's live the other day, and he was he was playing The Trending, and he was asking me, hey, man, can you show me real quick, like this, the part that goes, that part? I'm going to get to that part too, but I want to go over the whole intro of it because it's actually a really simple melody. And if you just wrap your mind around the notes and the motif of what's happening, like the walking pattern, it starts to come together. Okay, so the song starts out with, right, that's just C D, but this is the infamous Adam Jones picking it up on two different strings. Then you just move the same pattern up. Okay, so what he's doing there, he's going C, D, then you pick the same thing up, you move it up one string, which is G, A, but we're doing it like this, then F, A, then G, and open D, which is the string right under it. So let's do that again, look. Move it up, walk it down, then G, and the open D string right under it, okay? Repeat that a couple times. It's pretty simple. Here we go. So this right here is a regular D5. This is D, A. Now we're going to walk this up. We're going to continue to pedal off the A note. You're going to constantly hear this A note throughout this song, okay? So it's D, A, E, A, F, A, G, A, and then the pattern. It's always hard when you're teaching it. It changes the muscle memory. F, A, G, A. So when you do this G open string under it, you start the pattern over again. Pretty simple. Just sit around, just keep doing this, because this motion right here, that is a little strange when you lift off and you just hit G with that open D string in the bottom. I always catch people, like when they get to that part, they're trying to think of where to put the finger on the next note, and it's not. It's just an open string. Just keep repeating that. I'm going to do the other one a second here. See how I'm just walking up the string on the top, and I'm just hitting the A at the bottom? F, A, then G, A, and repeat the same motif. Now we're going to get to that part. Okay, to get that little pattern in your hands and between your ears, well, you got to try to. This song is basically. I was actually chatting this in Clay's live. I was saying this song is like a pull-off obstacle course, right? Because there's a lot of pull-offs in this song, right? There's right then there's. Right, then there's a lot of pull-offs. That's the motif, right? A motif is basically a recognizable pattern that you hear in a song, and you revisit it, and you're like, oh yeah, this sounds like Descending, right? So that's the motif. The motif of this song is these pull-offs. They pull off to the open D, and sometimes they pull off to the open A. But right now, we're just going to focus on this one part. I'm going to take you through probably about the first 3 to 4 minutes of the song, because that's literally what this is. This entire thing I'm showing you right here is about the first 3 to 4 minutes of the song. So here we go. So now what we're going to do here is we're going to do, it's the first 2 open strings. All right, guys, welcome back to another special edition, special request. This is a request made by my friend Clay. Again, I was in Clay's live the other day, and he was he was playing The Trending, and he was was asking me, hey man, can you show me real quick, like this, the part that goes, that part. I'm gonna get to that part too, but I want to go over the whole intro of it because it's actually a really simple melody, and if you just wrap your mind around the notes and the motif of what's happening, like the walking. That last E right here, it's not a real definite strike. All right, guys, welcome back to another special edition, special request. This is a request made by my friend Clay again. I was in Clay's live the other day, and he was he was playing Descending, and he was asking me, hey man, can you show me real quick, like this, the part that goes, that part. I'm gonna get to that part too, but I want to go over the whole intro of it because it's actually a really simple melody, and if you just wrap your mind around the notes and the motif of what's happening, like the walking pattern, it starts to come together. Okay, so the song starts out with, right, that's just C D. That's a walking bass line like we talked about in Jimmy. It was in Jimmy. Okay, but this is a walking bass line, but it's actually moving. It's not a static bass line. So what we're doing there is you just got to listen to the song. So it goes. Oh, sorry. So the bass line is B flat, F, C. Okay, so that's what's happening on top. Now what's happening on the bottom is we're pulling off this G note to the open D. But then he steps it up to pulling the A open to the open D. It goes, so I'm only going to play half of each side of the thing. It goes. Okay, that's the sound you're looking for. But now the bass line that hits before that is right here. Okay, so remember it's. And then the easiest way to see that in your head, so you can transfer it to your hands, is this first pattern that we're doing here, where I'm basically holding the B flat. Then down here, what I'm doing is I'm going F to the same pull off, F to the G to the open D. Then up here, I'm doing a C, and I'm pulling the A to the open D. But the pattern is. Now I'm going to put the whole thing together. Okay. Now, if you notice, the last pull off that I do when I go, the last one I do, I don't come back to the E. I pull the C to the open A. So it goes. I'll do it here. See what I did there? And I transferred up here to this next transition. See? Okay. What I suggest you do is you sit down and you drill these. You know, I'm always talking about workshopping things. What I mean by that when I'm saying workshopping is sitting down, grabbing one particular part of the song. It could be 10 seconds, 15 seconds, whatever loop it is that you're struggling with, and just drill on it and drill and drill and drill until it breaks through. Finally, when it breaks through and you get the rhythm, once you get that under your hands, it becomes familiar, and then you'll be able to jump right into it. But it does take time. It takes practice, you know. That's a lot of moving around the fretboard. This thing up here on the top. That's pretty easy too. Same concept, same walking bass line. And then we're going, instead, remember here we were going from the G to the A. here we're going. Because then we end up doing this. I'm going to walk you through the notes real quick. So it's open D. So it's open D, F pull off, which you're going to do twice. Okay. Actually, you do it 3 times. I'm sorry, I counted twice. So it's D, F, G. Then you land on this G and come down to this F right here. The middle string isn't even involved in this part. That other little thumping rhythm. Okay, so we got 3. No, actually, what do we have here? We have 1, 2, 3. We got 4. We got 4 really good parts here in the beginning of Descending, right? We got the first melody, the first. We got that part, right? That's pretty simple. We got this. We're going to walk up here to E, into F. Then the little motif. That whole part, right? Then right after that we go. Now remember that when we pull to the open A? This. Now, another, when I play this song, I do something a little different here where I start like embellishing little different parts. You know, that's the thing about me. I play the way I hear it and I feel it. And I'll show you what it is that I do. Here I go. First time I play it like this, then I do this. That's it. That little thing there. Then the next time we come around, now we're adding it, it's going to have a little bit more distortion in it, right? Because what's happening in this song is that it's slowly creeping up and it's building. If you listen to it, what's really happening is it's adding more and more distortion as it's moving along the song. The first part's nice and clean, nice and soft. Hey, check it out. This is going to be a really cool song. Kind of like writing 2. And then next thing you know, you're getting your face melted off. So I'll put up some more parts about the rest of the song. This song is actually a really lot of fun to play, and I know people ask about how to play these parts because it is difficult. It's also hard to hear, you know. If you're like me, you've probably heard these songs thousands of times because you love Tool, right? And you love how it sounds. Well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make remaining lessons for the rest of this stuff. Right? Well, my name's Ray, man. This is the Tool Shed, and this is what we do, man. We get songs, we get Tool songs, and we use them to learn different things about playing guitar, a little bit about music theory, and a little bit about music. And we also use this site to raise money to help people through St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. But that happens typically during my lives. So, again, I appreciate you guys showing up, man, always showing me support and showing me love here at the Tool Shed. Remember to practice today. Be good to yourselves and be good to each other. Thank you.